What's up, my people? How we doing? Guitar Mijo here. I'm coming at you right here. Another GoPro excerpt. Got me a little Bart Simpson Telecaster here. Got my son's Telecaster here. I picked up for him. This is one of the new Sonic Squire. Sonic Squire. California Blue, I believe. There it is. California Blue, I believe it's called. It says crafted in Indonesia. So, backed by Fender. Okay, so off the shelf, I got this at Sam Ash. It was $180. They were having a closeout deal there. At Sam Ash. Here's the neck. Bridge. It's got a little delay on. Let's see. Memory Man. No reverb. Wanted you to hear the clearness of the pickups. Hopefully you don't hear too much of the string. So let's see if I know any of the specs here. Now it's a Squire. This is a thinner body. I believe the size of the shape is the same. I have my other Telecaster here. This is a Player Series. Mexican. Whoa, there it is. Maple neck. So, as you can tell, the bodies are more or less. I'll put them back to back in a minute. You know, but the thickness definitely. You know, the thickness is not what it is. But anyways, this is supposed to be a beginner's guitar. I don't even want to say a kid's guitar. But what I was surprised about, I guess these replace the Bullet series Squires. Anyways, it's got a really nice color. My son liked this color. I think it's California Blue. Scratchy pots. Sometimes if you do this, they go away. If they haven't been turned, maybe ever. I'll spray it. Some contact spray. Oh, it's a little worse than I thought. Anyways, alright. It's a little slap back. These have 9s on them. Again, I'll do the height before the end of the video there. Real light guitar. This one's a bit heavy. This is definitely a... Anyways, the pickups sound clear. Here's some gain. Woo! Got me some gain going on here, huh? Anyways, Telecasters, man. What can be said that hasn't been said about these things, man? Middle position is nice and clear. Neck. Neck sounds warm. It's Telecaster-ish. You can always fatten it up. Getting back to what I was saying, the reason I pretty much bought this for him is because it just in general it felt much better than any Squire Affinity or what are some of the other ones called, you know? And it's kind of a in between. Even the classic vibes are kind of just a bit much. Like I've said, the classic vibes feel too syrupy, like they got too much sugar on it everywhere. You can't really do mods on those. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but anyways, getting back to this, the neck on this is a skunk through, straight through, but the neck is doesn't feel like this Telecaster neck. This reminds me of something comfortable. It's not too thin. It's not too thin. It's good for a beginner. It's not too small. Probably the only caveat to my Squire Squire SEs. I love the body, right? Body same thickness, and it's just the neck overall. I don't want to say feels miniature, and it's miniature to the size of the body, I would say. Maybe that neck on this body might feel a little more compatible. It's not so much in the thickness of the neck. It's kind of like in the nut. You know, it's just overall feels smaller. This feels, I don't want to say like a 12-inch radius. I'm sure it's not. But it possibly, I think it is a 9.5. And I was surprised. These are 9 strings, and it felt like this one right when we left Sam Ash. When I got it back, I did some work on it. Basically, I took the strings off, I cleaned it up. I need to spray the pots, and I oiled the board because it was real dry. I polished the frets. You know, put a little pencil lead in here, and you still got the 60 cycle hum here. Not in the middle, but anyways, the volume's down in the amp. And I'm sure if you get into some situations where it's loud or you need more bite, and at these attenuated levels, you know, you don't need that so much. So, anyways, it's called the Sonic Squire, Telecaster, California Blue. Anyways, the neck is very decent. I'm shocked. It feels much more expensive, and there's not any of this gunk or lacquer, and it's kind of white right now, but I got a feeling within time it's gonna age the wood. And even if you rub a little oil or you just play your sweat on here, I'm very pleasantly surprised. And the neck feels playable too. Now my son has smaller hands, of course. He's got smaller hands, of course, but he plays it sitting down, in this position. Something to be said about a Telecaster and the way it fits right here. By the way, part of the Telecaster problem he was having, the Stratocaster problem, is that it kept slipping, and he likes to play it on the bed or on the floor. He's not into the strap yet. He's 10, so. Now the sounds Telecaster is right there, baby. Let's see, put on the. Oh, that's real quick. Okay. A little reverb. Okay, my playing is too hard. I can already feel it. This has a nice light touch to it. I'm overplaying. I'm already getting into it. So this is not necessarily for a beginner. What would I do? I don't know if I do much, man. I kind of like it just the way it is. See, I love the Telecaster. You can just put it on your knee. You can't do that with a Strat. And you got to prop your leg up. You got to find, a little something to put your foot on here. Like I got something down here, which works. Anyways, I'm not a big Telecaster guy, but I like this one. Of course, when it hits the drive, it hits it really fuzzy. It's not as tight. Just because these are a little higher, brittle pickups, I'm sure they're inexpensive. What would I do? I beg to even do anything because it's good the way it is. It's really, especially for my son, it's perfect for him. Lightweight. Thing about taking it to a gig is that when you're in the heat of battle, I'm playing it nice and easy. This is good for people that play nylon string. Really, I'm a nylon string player. Don't think about it. Don't think. Because you can play with your fingers. That's jazzy. The neck is kind of weak though, but if you get a boost pedal, let me see. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would beg. I'd be hard pressed to make any changes here because the guitar is under $200. Any changes would require you to maybe it not play the way it is. Maybe I like it because of just the way it is. You know, just I like you just the way you are. Anyways, these are rather new strings. I think they're going out of tune. That sounds good. The only thing I would change is probably put 10s on this, okay? And get a really good setup. So that's about $100 right there. Strings and setup. Then again, maybe this 10s won't sound as good through these pickups. Anyways, it came like this. Setup. I put the strings on, of course, but the setup, well, I didn't touch the setup. Anyways, it's last thing, it's not a string through. Let me put a stick right here. It's not a string through. It's a top loader. You just got to be real careful when you put the strings in this bad boy because I had to fold the string up, slip it in there, and then kind of pray it goes through. But for just $200, under $200, I'm sure you can find them somewhere with a pedal. You know, if it's too much noise, something, you can get a noise gate and you can get a nice pedal booster. Watch.